Eddie, initial question. What is the deal with Jay? Is it a long-term deal with Matchroom?
Multi-fight, and looking forward to the next one. You know, I think he can fight internationally, but he wants to go back to Australia. And now we'll work with Tasman fighters. Obviously, we've got the Maris Brady's mandatory, which we have to work on. But we look forward to, not just the next few fights, but his entire career with us. And I think he's a very special fighter.
So, other subjects, we saw Bob Arum come out today and say that Tyson Fury set to earn $200 million with this Saudi deal. How realistic do you think that is?
No, we know the numbers roughly, but he's going to make a lot of money. He's definitely going to make $100 million for the 2 fights. But I've heard there's a 3rd fight as well, and a locked-in rematch. But I don't know, but huge amounts of money obviously out there, and that's the reason he's taking a fight.
We've seen him mention the date of December the 23rd. Do you think that's just to wind you up, or is that genuine?
Look, boxing's a funny game, I'm sure the fight's happening, and I'm sure it's signed, but obviously you need to get it signed to stop Filip Hrgović from being ordered for the mandatory as well. And, obviously if you can block off another big fight at the same time, even better. But, no, I'm... Like I said, there's a huge amount of money in the fight. I'm sure the fight's happening. When it happens, or if it happens, I hope it does, because it's really important for boxing.
If it happens on that date, does that make you think twice about that date? Would you go a week later, maybe?
Maybe. I think, we want to bring a big fight to Britain. All these big fights seem to be escaping Britain right now, so we'll see what the board say about Ben Eubank, and then we go from there.
What's the latest with Skills Challenge? I know you work quite closely with them, but it seems like they're no longer going to be involved in sport. Is that the case?
I think right now, yeah. Obviously we had a deal that we agreed with them to fight Wilder, as did Deontay Wilder, but they couldn't deliver it. So, we look at other options now, but I think at the moment, not proceeding in the boxing market.
Are you willing to meet up with this new guy, Turkey, and maybe talk to him about...
Yeah, I'm sure we will. Look, we have the biggest stars in the game, huge fights to take there. We've taken the only 2 boxing events there so far that have happened, and I'm sure we'll be back there in the future.
When are we expecting AJ out next then in that case?
We have to, Shelley Finkel dropped me a message tonight to say we want to get moving with this fight, and we feel the same way. Like I said earlier, these little fights like Fury Usyk make these other fights actually happen, because the fighters are like, come on, let's get it made, and I think it'll give Joshua Wilder a kick up the bum as well. So hopefully we can get it made. If we do get it made, I don't think he'll fight in December. But if we don't, then he may fight in December.
Can that fight happen without the backing of him in Saudi?
Yes, absolutely. It's huge.
Eddie, you mentioned kind of Breedis could be next for Opetaia. Is there a time scale that might have to happen?
I guess because it's very interesting. To put it into perspective, we will probably get a letter from the IBF on Monday. Where was our letter for Filip Hrgović? Do you know what I mean? So it's one rule for one and one rule for the other. But I'm sure they'll push for that fight quite quickly. And if we have to do it, we'll do it.
You mentioned kind of one of the dates that Matchroom had penciled in is December the 2nd. Could that be Billy Joe Saunders' return?
Maybe. It might be a little bit early, but I'm talking to Billy this week, and I will expect him to be back in December.
And one of your fighters that is scheduled to return is WBA light heavyweight champion Dimitri Bivol.
Yeah.
Could he land on his own show, or could that go on Devin Haney's show on December 9th?
There is talks about him possibly fighting on the Haney show, but we're in talks with DAZN. December 2nd was potentially a US date that will probably become a UK date now, so I don't know how that will sit with Dimitri Bivol, but needs to fight and ready to fight.
And Frank Smith mentioned to me that Andy Cruz could also feature on that card. Do we have it?
Haney.
On the Haney card.
He will do, yeah.
Is there any kind of linked opponents to him?
No, it's a very exciting Mexican opponent that I think everyone's going to be very happy with, and we'll announce that this week.
Eddie, Stanley Bryan just said Castle had a contentious draw last week out. Is there any plans for a rematch? And if so, where would that be taking place?
Everybody wants a rematch. We must make the rematch. She wants it in the UK. We'll have to see. Speaking to McCaskill to see when she'll be ready, and definitely going to look to make that rematch.
And of course, Amanda Serrano next month will be doing a 12-3 contest on DAZN. Is that not something that you thought Katie Taylor, Chantal Cameron could possibly do for their fight?
No, because I want it to be undisputed, and it can't be undisputed at 12-3s. And the whole selling point is undisputed v undisputed, not undisputed v undisputed, but this one's not got a belt on the line. For me, the 2-minute rounds are very exciting, and I think they've been a great driver of the commercial success of women's boxing. I'm not against 3-minute rounds, but I'm happy with the 2s, but I like the idea that people are pushing the boundaries, so we'll see how it works and if it's successful, but right now we want the WBC belts on the line, and if they don't allow 3 minutes, they don't allow 3 minutes.
If Katie Taylor is to come up short against Chantal Cameron for the second time round, what will be next for her?
I think the Serrano fight's there, but we'll see. I mean, that's obviously not the plan for her, but back-to-back defeats would always be difficult.
And what will be next to Chantal Cameron if she is to be successful?
Yeah, I mean, she could fight Amanda Serrano. She could fight Alicia Baumgartner. She could fight Sandy Ryan. I mean, she's arguably number one pound for pound in the sport already. So,
What is the latest on Alicia Baumgartner? Because we're seeing her do like talks at universities and stuff like that. What is going on with
the Michigan Commission are leading an investigation. So it's in their hands. We're waiting to hear. I'm not sure where it's up to, and that's all I know.
One last question. A video of you's gone viral again. I think some comments you made about Frank a while ago, where you said he was desperate, he had an offer from Saudi, and you've done the 2 fights and he hasn't. Any regrets on them comments? Because every now and again you get a video that pops up, don't you?
Listen, you say what you say at the time. I think, we have some backwards. I'm pleased for him. I mean, Spencer Brown did the deal for Tyson Fury in Saudi, I believe, and Frank's going to get paid. So, congratulations. And he's a survivor. And you see him now, Bob and Bob, out there. Hello everybody, we're here to, listen, they're very good promoters and they're good fight makers. And but I go back to, when there's a lot of money, it's very easy to make fights happen. Very easy. Like the reason Tyson's taking a fight, because it's a fortune. So, no, I mean, I never look at him and go, damn, and shoulder rolling and the blood pressure going. I'll say, well done, good luck. And now we've got to bounce back and make up the big ones.
Are you looking forward to Frank's first interview back based on
Frank
that?
Smith?
No, Frank, well, both.
Frank Warren.
I dropped a minute last week,
Yeah, listen, life's like this, boxing's like this. He knows just as well as I do that when you're up here, this is coming. And when you're down here, this is coming. So you ride the waves and we move on to Wood Warrington.